Hello, this is Lynette from Panacea Ranch, and I hope I'm finding everybody just doing so well today, Life can be so wonderful, you know? We just have to make it that way. But anyway, today I wanted to talk more about Reiki. I did a Reiki meditation that I hope you will try. It's a short one. I didn't want to make it too long because a lot of people express to me that they can't meditate or they just don't have the time or whatever. So I just wanted to give you a taste of it, and I showed the different hand positions that I learned in first degree Reiki. And I also learned, I guess, some false history about Reiki. Somewhat false. The stuff I learned was true, but evidently, anyway, I'll tell you. Okay, so first of all, Reiki is an ancient Japanese hands-on healing of the mind, body, and soul. And I was taught that Mikao, and I'm probably murdering these names, I'm so sorry to anybody who knows how to pronounce these, or if you are of Japanese lineage, I'm just doing the best that I can. Mikao Usui, I learned that he was the one that created and developed Reiki back in the day. But evidently, Mitaji Kawakami created Reiki Ryoho, something like that, Ryoho, in 1914. And he wrote a book, Reiki Healing and Its Effects, published in 1919. And Mikao Usui was born in 1865 and died in 1926. And let's see. So I learned that he was a professor in college teaching theology. And I guess part of these details could be like when you play the game telephone, like things don't come out exactly. But there's been so much manipulated with the history of Reiki that I'm just not sure what is true and what is not. But I do know what I feel when I'm doing it, and I have seen things happen as a result of it. So anyway, I've healed some stuff in my body with it. And I've had other friends heal me with colds or whatever that I had. If you have a cold coming on and you do it, it accelerates the healing process. So you might get a 2-week cold down to 3 days or something like that, and it's going to be severe because it's all compacted into 3 days and it's accelerated healing. But anyway, so Mikao Usui was a professor, a theology professor at a college, and he was teaching his students about Christianity. And one day his students asked him if he understood how Jesus healed with his hands. And he said yes. And they said, well, how come we haven't seen you do any demonstrations, any healing with it? as an example. And it kind of struck him. He was like, well, wow, maybe I don't fully understand. So he decided to climb a mountain. I can't remember. Mount Kurama, Kurama. Isn't that a creature or a character in Hello Kitty? Or I'm thinking Kuromo. Anyway. So he went hiking in the mountain, up the mountain for I think 30 or 40 days. And he fasted and meditated at the top. And while he was meditating, he said that he saw these big bubbles float down with Reiki, with Japanese symbols in them, and they came and hit him right there in his third eye. And he said he received these symbols, these healing symbols, words from Source. Anyway, they came down, and after the 30 or 40 days, he climbed back down the mountain, and while he was climbing down the mountain, he fell and cut his ankle or his lower leg, shin, something like that. And he used the symbols intuitively and put his hand there for a little bit. And when he removed his hand, he was healed. There was a scab already formed. And so that was his first healing that he did with Reiki. Now, there are 7 major chakras in our body. There's the crown chakra, the third eye, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, what's this one called? I can't remember. It's right here below the breastline, right where at the bottom of your rib cage. And is that the solar plexus? And then the belly button, and then the reproductive organs, and then the what do they call the seat chakra? I should have looked all these up. Doing it on the fly isn't always a great idea, right? So root chakra, and but every single joint in your body is also a chakra. Okay, chakras are like energy wheels in your body. I also had them explained to me as they are outlets, like you have an electric outlet in your wall. They're electrical outlets in our body. And our planet Earth, Mother Earth, also has chakras. You should look into that. I don't fully know about that. I just heard about it from, to me, a reliable source. I love the philosophers and scientists that I do follow, and I'm going to introduce you to them also with my videos. But anyway, so one thing that my Reiki master told me too is that I do not do the healing. I am an extension cord from source to the problem. And the energy flows through me. It comes to me and flows through me into whatever needs the healing. You can also use Reiki on animals and other people. I'm going to get a friend, hopefully, that will let me videotape doing a Reiki treatment on them. So I've showed you how you can do it on yourself, how you place your hands, and then I also want to show you how you place your hands on someone else. It's a little bit different, mostly the same, but a little bit different. And then, let's see. So what it is when you have something that's blocking the energy in your chakras. It could be from an injury, could be from toxins, could be from anything really. So what you want to do is when you put your hands on those chakras, your hands are healing, and it comes out right there. Also comes out your fingertips, also comes out the bottom of your feet. But you can feel the energy. I can feel the energy coming out of my hands, you know. And so you place your hands on those chakras, and if they are blocked, it will clear the energy there so that they're not blocked anymore, so that your energy will move in right rhythm with nature, okay? Nature knows the best. It really does. I love nature. It's a great source. Because, so all the planets, the universe, ourselves, all the energy that moves through living things. Yes, I believe the universe is a living thing. I believe the planets are living things. I believe, it's all molecules that are alive, bouncing around and vibrating in certain frequencies to hold certain solids or whatever. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into the science of it, as if I was a professional anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna have a video when I do that, so I don't look like such a fool. But I'm willing to look like a fool. I don't care. So anyway, every living thing, the planets, the universe, has a torus. Let me see if I can find a picture of a torus for you. Let's see if I can even, I don't even know if I know how to spell it. Here we go. Oh, I did spell it right. Okay, let me see if I can, oh, that's a good one. So here you go. Can you see that without the light shining on it? You can look up Taurus too, and maybe even like a video of a Taurus. It's kind of like a donut shape, and the energy moves down through it, goes down the bottom, comes back up, and it's constantly cycling in and down and in and down. And when that energy is blocked, then things can happen. Illness, a car accident, different things. So when you're moving in right rhythm with nature, you're in the zone, and if you do Reiki every single day, or like when I first learned it, I was doing it like 3 times a day because I was so excited and it felt so good, But, that's just whether or not you believe it, and that's fine. If you don't, you can move on. But no, my Reiki master told me, you'll find parking spaces closer to where you're going, and you just green lights and good energy will be around you, and maybe you'll miss that car accident up ahead because a red light stopped you, but that wasn't your energy, so you weren't near it or even close enough to it. I had something else to say and it left my head just as fast as possible. Anyway, so, that's what else she told me. She told me one time her sister came to visit. This is my Reiki master I'm talking about. Her sister came to visit, and her husband, and I could have the details wrong. It's just the story that counts. He was mowing the lawn, and the lawnmower broke or stopped and couldn't get it started again. So her sister said, well, let's just go out and give the lawnmower Reiki. I don't know, maybe, coincidence, whatever, Who knows? Maybe just needed a little rest. But they went out there and they didn't, you don't even, with Reiki, you don't even have to touch. You can go like this far. A lot of times when I do Reiki on people, if I don't know them that well, I don't actually lay my hands on them. I put my hands just, except for the face part, but just a couple, 1 or 3 inches above when I'm doing it. And because it's the energy that's working, not necessarily the touch, you know. But I find it very useful. And you can also, with second degree Reiki, and I will, maybe I'll do a video on the symbols, because with distant healing, there is a symbol called Hunshaze Shonin, that you can do to send healing to someone, whether they're in another room, they're in the hospital, or in China and you're in the United States. It doesn't matter. They could be on Mars and you can send them the Reiki. You know, I've done it before and I've had people send it to me, and actually felt it one time when someone was sending me healing. So anyway, one of the things that I do when I do the distant healing is I will do the hand positions on myself while I'm laying down, listening to my guided meditation, which I would love to give to you. It is so wonderful. I've never found anything quite like it. I've never found a published version of it, and I don't want to disrespect the master who made it, but he goes through, and as you move your hands on the different positions, he tells you where that healing energy is going, each gland, each organ, each muscle that it's healing, and it's wonderful. But anyway, so I will set my intention and I'll speak my intention, who I am sending the healing to. And you can do groups of people all at once. And then I will picture them in my mind, happy and healthy, the way that they desire to be. And then I'll do the Reiki sending with the intention of sending it to them, and will copy that symbol over and over in my mind as I go through. I draw it in my mind with my mind's eye as I go through the different chakras to send the healing. Another thing I will do when I'm sending healing is I will ask someone, someone will say, oh, can you pray or send love and light to my family member who's having difficulty in the hospital. They have this disease, they were in an accident, whatever have you. And I will ask them, please send me a picture of them happy and healthy, or at least happy. And so they'll send me a picture, and I will focus on that picture as I send the healing energy to them. And I see them as their whole self, 100% happy and healthy. And who knows? I think it does good, because I have been, Lynn McTaggart, who is an author who wrote the book, she wrote a few books, but one of them is called The Field. And it talks about the quantum field that Einstein and his colleagues were studying, and I think they're the ones that named it the field. Max Planck discovered something about, the Matrix. The Matrix movie was made about Max Planck's, I don't know if I'm saying his name right either, Max Planck, okay? That's how it's spelled, Max Planck. And his philosophy about the Matrix, how we are living in a matrix. And it isn't exactly like the movie, but pretty dang much. It's like a documentary of this scientific philosophy discovery. Anyway, so you can send energy anywhere in the field. And she started groups, and the groups started out, I think, as the power of 8. And what it was they found that when they got 8 people together is when the energy really moved, and they would all meditate and focus on a certain outcome and make it happen. Well, the experiment that she did with some college students, I can't remember how many, and I'm going to find it in the video and share it sometime. So what they did was they recorded on 2 different tapes, okay? And they recorded someone doing clicks, like click, 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 these clicking noises, right? With a pen or something, I don't know what. Can't remember, it's been so long. But anyway, then they put them in like locked safes or whatever and had them separated. And then they meditated all together on those recordings having 3 clicks instead of 2. When they were done with the meditation, they took the tapes out of the safe and they played them, and the tapes had 3 clicks. They changed the reality. So, because they've been studying the energy on this planet for a long time now. And the morning of 9/11, before the planes hit the towers, there was a spike in the energy. And a lot of people, I've seen like videos, documentaries or whatever on people, lots and loads of people, myself included, felt something before the planes even hit, before anyone knew anything. They did. They felt something was going to happen. And the spike in the energy was right before it happened, I believe. You can look it up. I'm going to try and find the information for another video. But anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about Reiki with you. And Hayawa, I think her name is Hayawa Takata, is the Japanese lady who was living in Hawaii and was married to, I don't know what it had to do with married to her husband. I can't remember the story about that. But she had, I think, 7 different diseases in her body. And she was going to have an operation, and she had a dream. Oh, that's right. I think her husband died before that. And she had a dream, and her husband came to her and told her, don't get the surgery. Go back to Japan. Go back home. And first, before you have the surgery, and just relax and maybe heal. So she went to Japan, and she come across Mikao Usui's, the guy that he gave his knowledge to before he left this planet. And she went to see him, and she wanted to be a Reiki master too. And they wouldn't let women have the knowledge. So she begged. They healed her, by the way. She went there every single day, and they healed her. So what she did to prove her loyalty was she stayed there and cleaned their space every single day and kept asking and asking and asking until he finally gave in and taught it to her, and she brought it back to the United States. And that's how we have Reiki here, and people have changed it so many different ways. So I'm running out of time. I see on my phone it's telling me, you gotta stop. So I want you to know that I love each and every one of you. I know it might be hard to believe, and it may be hard sometimes to love people, but I find a way. And I want you guys to have a great day, okay? A great evening, whatever you're doing.